So today I want to introduce you to something that's kind of become the buzz, all the buzz, but it's really a fairly old technology, convection oven cooking, but it's been repackaged from a square box to a cylinder, which makes it more economical. And it's called an air fryer. We use it daily, and I'm going to spin this around and show you how easy it is to use. It's just so cute too. So what I did is I'm toasting a bagel. That's what we use this for daily. You just open it up and look at that. This bagel is so nice and crunchy. Now, of course, you can have a softer bagel if you prefer, but it's pretty simple. It's just this particular area gets heat blown on top in a circular fashion. It hits the walls, bounces. So all sides get hit with this air. There's vents, holes in the bottom, and when this cools, I'll show you a little bit more about that mechanism. But one of the biggest problems folks have are loading it, because there's a little gizmo right here. You want to scoop it in there, and then voila. So I wanted to tell you a little bit more about this particular air fryer. It's a Cook's Essential. Purchased it through QVC. I recommend this particular brand because the Blue Jean chef stands behind it, and she puts together these cookbooks that are fabulous to go with it. I was hoping you'd see her picture. Here's this one. I bought both her cookbooks. So her name is Meredith Lawrence, and she walks you through fabulous recipes, simple recipes, things you might not think to put in the oven. It's kind of fun. Look at this. It's one of the first things I made my husband. He likes his eggs sunny and runny. So you get those little bowls like you'd have your bread bowl, your soup bowl at Panera's. Look for a little round loaf. Just pull out the core, fill it with an egg, but we put a little bit of prosciutto at the bottom and some cheese. Sprinkle the cheese. And it was fun. And then he just pulls apart the bread and dips it in the egg. And at the bottom, when you get to the bottom where there's no more egg left, you've got the ham and the cheese, or the prosciutto and cheese. So anyway, it does a great job with heating convenient frozen foods. So I have a little fella I watch. He's a vegetarian. He loves Morningstar sausage. The typical way to heat it for him at his house is quickly microwave it to get it thawed. Then we put it in the toaster oven and let it get crispy. I can put it in this air fryer in about 5 minutes. It's crispy, no thawing, nothing. And he actually loves the texture when it comes out of the air fryer. In this book, she has what she calls pickle, brined, fried chicken. Now, doesn't that look good? And the latest rage at KFC is that Nashville chicken, and they'll put the pickle chips on top. Well, we've had some chicken where we were thinking, what is that little extra flavor in there? And we figured out it was a pickle brine. So I like dill, love dill. I'm going to be brining my chicken with leftover dill brine, but my husband's not a fan of dill. We've got him on board with this, though, jalapeno brine. So I'm going to be doing that later. I kind of created my own KFC style seasoning, and I put some cornflakes in a super fine chopper, and that'll be my breading. So I'll bring you back. Good afternoon. To begin this recipe, we need to start with brining the chicken. So I think I mentioned earlier, my husband would be on board if I brined it in jalapeno brine, whereas me, I absolutely love dill. So this is my brine of choice. And 3 to 5 hours is what the Blue Jean chef recommends. So we better get busy. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll start with my husband. I've got some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. We were surprised to find out he liked pickled jalapeno when he found out that's what was in his bagel spread. After all these years, the man who has refused to have anything with vinegar in it suddenly became open to it. So it's kind of nice because it really wakes up any sort of food to have that acid element. All right, I think that one's enough for him. Put aside that. Time. Okay, let's see what's next. I'm gonna create an egg batter, and then I put some seasonings. Let me show you what I did here. I kind of created my own special KFC Nashville blend, and I'll try to recreate that on another video. And then I chopped up a whole bunch of corn flakes, trying to keep it gluten-free here, and I put some of that seasoning in it. So I'm going to dredge the pickle brined or jalapeno brined chicken in an egg mixture. Then I'm going to coat it in the cornflake mixture. All right, and then we'll cook some in the air fryer and we'll cook some in the oven. We'll compare notes. Be right back. I'm going to take some of the jalapeno brine and add it to the egg that the chicken was marinating in. Seemed to do a pretty good job absorbing that. I've got a shallow pan here to receive the next step. Pour some of my crumbs in here. Let's see if we can fit this all on one stage here. Grab your brined piece. Now it's supposed to let this come to room temp, but you can work with it while it's still chilled. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and brine these, or I'm sorry, egg wash these, and then crumb them. I'm just going to stack those in this dish here. Let's see, we have a couple danglers here. Anything that kind of has a dangler. Looks pretty uniform. All right, what I'm going to do is put my husband's in the oven. That way it won't be cross-contaminating with dill. Oh no, not the dill! Just going to lightly spray the cooking tray. And I might cut some of his in little pieces too. Let us see. Put the thick end on the corner. Gets more air. I just might tuck it. There we go. So we will compare how his did in the oven and how mine does in the air fryer. That's perfect, really. Sprinkle those remaining crumbs on top. Don't want to waste those yum crumbs. Okay, just wait for the oven to come to temp and we'll pop these in. Set the timer for like 20 minutes and see what happens. Now I'm going to utilize the air fryer. I'm not going to preheat it. Just going to put it in cold so we see how this does. I'm going to start with some bigger pieces. Might have to see how that looks. And I'm not going to use any oil. You can add a little oil to the bottom. You can also spray those pieces with a little oil. But I'm just going to put it in dry and we'll see what happens. There is some chicken skin on there, so it's going to render a little bit. Turn this so you can see what I press. Not sure if you can see that. So I'm going to engage the basket by pushing it all the way in. And it has a preset button for chicken. Fries, chicken, steak, fish. However, you can do this manually. And this is your temperature button and your time button. So you can either add to the temp or subtract from the time, or add. So I'm going to do middle button, chicken, middle button. And it's going to cook for 18 minutes. In the meantime, I'm still waiting for this oven to come to temp for the oven fried chicken. And we'll just put this whole tray in. We'll be back. All right, it is 2 minutes into the air fryer, and my oven just came to temp. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these in. I'm going to put those on the top rack. See if they get nice and crunchy. Set the timer for 20. At 8 minutes left on my air fryer here. And what I'm going to do is pull out the basket. It will resume the cooking time, but I'm going to see if I need to flip these. So looking good. Look at it crispy on top there. So I'm going to give this a flip with a fresh pair of tongs. I don't know if you can see, they're still juicy. And pop those back in. And it'll resume the time. You can see that. There we go. So 8 more minutes here. 13 in the oven. I'm going to give those a quick look. Okay. Everybody's looking happy. Okay, I guess the air fryer is finished. We still have 5 minutes on the chicken in the oven, but let's see how this did. Nice and crispy. Now, if you want to keep it crispy while you're in between batches, you can put it up on a rack, but I don't mind if it gets a little soft on one side. There's that. I'm going to sprinkle some of those crunchies back on top, and I'll reload this. So there's a little schmaltz in the bottom, not much, very little actually. And let's see how we do. I heaped all those little pieces that I have previously cut, and I'm going to set this on the chicken setting again. However, I don't think I need 18 minutes, so I'm going to take the timer down. Let's start with 10 minutes and see what happens. In the meantime, we have 3 minutes left on our oven clock, waiting for that chicken. Give it a quick look. See, it's looking good. Happy, happy chicken. As you can see, this did a nice job getting things crunchy. Might as well cut into it and see what we're looking at. Alright, let's see what this looks like here. Of course, if you don't know by now, if the chicken has clear juices running, that means it's done. If they're pink in any way, it needs more cooking time. So super tender. I know it's a thigh, but no pink. Steamy hot. Should I risk it? I'll blow on it. Good crunch. Excellent flavor. That brine. I'm going to see if Pickle Man will try it. Oh boy, hang on. Come on over here behind me, Mr. Pickle Man.
You gotta see my reaction, huh?
See, Philly. It's not too bad, Dill. Get back in the camera. Let's see your face. Let's see your puss. Hey.
No, actually, it's
bad.
It's not bad at all.
Very mild.
Very delicious.
Well, good.
I still can't adjust my face. It's still good.
All right, we'll be back. We're in the count. We are in the countdown phase of oven frying this jalapeno chicken. Let's see how we did. We put it in for 20. We only added a little bit of air sprayed oil. I'm going to find the fattest piece here maybe and see how the juices are running. Very juicy. I think it's done enough because that's dark meat. And it's not as crunchy as the air fryer. I will give my husband a taste test here. See what he thinks. Let this cool off. I got the man mashing potatoes.
Hey,
this guy knows how to mash potatoes.
I'm buttering them up.
He's buttering them up. Hey there, Coco Noelle here. Had a surprise turn of events. My husband surprised me. He tested both the jalapeno brine and the pickle brine. And let's see if he comes back in here with a verdict. In the meantime, I went ahead and I had cut a whole bunch of these guys into little pieces. These are pickle brine. And I set the timer for 10 minutes. But honestly, I think they were done after 5. So let me show you those. Sorry about my filming with a selfie here. They're very tender. And I stopped them because I figured, you know, if we want to reheat these, that'll continue the cooking process. But these are done. So this is perfect. Say if you have very hungry children, in an air fryer, 5 minutes, they can have their meal mostly underway while the rest of the big boy people chicken is cooking. All right, so this is a chicken bite that was brined in dill. Let's see what the man says. Oh, so that's fresh. It's very hot. Very hot. It might not be very hot, but get you in better lighting.
Smells good. Love the crunch on that.
Yeah.
Just tasty too. Just very faint dill flavor.
And then let me show you the difference between this was oven fried. And because we didn't turn it, it retained most of its coating, and it's very soggy right now because it's kind of steaming itself there. But the beauty of this is the next day you reheat it in this, and then you get that crunch. Do you want to take a bite of the crunch here, Ern?
Sure.
See, taste test the crumb here and the crumb there.
All right. I'm stealing 2 crumbs. Okay,
got some crunch.
Got some crunch, yeah.
Yep.
I'll steal a corner.
You're getting chicken. I wanted you to try the crust, but that's all right.
Getting my love nibble. It's got some crunch on the outside. Yep, you're right, though. I did get the
You got the chicken. So the downside to air frying is The top coating stayed intact, but when I flip it, some of the coating does come off and go into the basket.
Yeah, a lot more crunch on the dill.
A little assist there. Thank you, sir.
I just thought I was going to get stuck in the works there.
So they each have their own merits. And either way, for us, for just the two of us, the air fryer has been something we've used every day.
Every day.
Every day.
At least once a day.
Yeah. Makes the best bagels. Reheats your pizzas. Super fast on your frozen convenience foods when you're cooking for the littles. And very little cleanup. Seriously, I've got 2 pieces to clean that can go right into my dish water. Or you can put those in the top rack of your dishwasher. So if you are on the fence about an air fryer, please consider it. I think it saves time. I think the food results are fantastic. And it's not the same as surplus cooking, but it's convenient in its own way. All right. We're going to go eat. Talk to you soon.
Sounds good to me. Take care.